that I look different than I did. I look bigger than I've ever looked. The only thing that I've changed in the last 10 years of working out is I hired a trainer.
What's going on, guys? My name is Jake and this is Your Body Comp Prescription. The other day I was scrolling through YouTube and I came across a video that Men's Health did on UFC president Dana White. It's a part of their series that Men's Health does where they go to different celebrities' kitchens and gyms and have them go through it in kind of like an MTV Cribs style video. But the topic of this video is not going to be anything from Dana White's gym or his fridge. It's actually about something that he said in that video.
So I hired a trainer and it completely changed everything. It's a game changer for me. When you have been working out by yourself your whole life, then you get a trainer, I recommend it for everybody. Hire a trainer, it's incredible.
So while I was watching that video, Dana White actually started talking about how he had hired a trainer. He said it was one of the best things that he's ever done, and he recommends that everyone else hires a trainer as well. And because I'm a trainer myself, I thought I would break this down and give you guys some of my thoughts on this. I have nothing to sell you. I repeat, I have nothing to sell you. So don't dislike and click off the video because this isn't going to be an ad for some training or some programming or anything like that. I have nothing to sell you guys. And with that being said, let's get into it. So I guess the main reason that Dana White hired a trainer in the first place was because he had shoulder surgery a few years back and he was worried about re-injuring himself. For me personally, I've had tons of clients with injuries. I honestly think in my lifetime as a trainer, I've had probably like less than 5 clients who were completely healthy with no injuries, nothing bothering them at the time that we were training together. So this is really common. People who are injured like hiring trainers because they're worried about re-injuring themselves or making things worse. And the thing that I love about people who go to personal trainers as opposed to a physical therapist is if you find an educated personal trainer, a lot of times those trainers might be able to help you a little bit more than a physical therapist might. A lot of what physical therapy is just personal training in a clinical setting if you think about it. Obviously, physical therapists do have extended knowledge in some areas that personal trainers don't, but that also goes both ways. Most of the people that go to physical therapy do identical or very similar exercises to what they would be doing in a gym with a trainer. Now, this isn't always the case because that does depend on the injury, but physical therapy is generally a lot more conservative than personal training is. Usually you go 3 times a week. You do the same exercises over and over. You usually get some homework that most people don't do, and by the time they run out of sessions because their insurance doesn't cover any more visits, they've barely made any progress. I know that's a pretty hot take for all the physical therapists, all the PT grad students out there, but I've worked at PT clinics and I've been a patient several times for sports-related injuries. So this is me speaking from experience here. And getting back on track, the question of the video is, should everyone hire a trainer? The answer is yes, but let me go over some of the pros and cons to explain why. Some of the pros of personal training include accountability, because you need to show up, you got work to do, and you got someone keeping an eye on you. And number 2 is structure. You got exercises that are tailored to you, and you have specific progressions that are designed to move you forward in your training. And number 3 is knowledge. They should have the education, they should be experienced, they should have had clients that are looking for the exact same thing that you were, and know exactly how to get the job done. And the 4th pro of personal training is that it offers you a challenge, because it's really easy to slack off, not push hard, get lazy because no one is watching you. So having someone there to push you is always a good thing. And as someone who sold personal training for a very long time, there are 2 main cons that people usually come up with as to why they shouldn't be doing personal training. The first one, I'm sure you could have guessed, was that it's too expensive. A lot of people see the cost of a training session or the cost per hour and think that it doesn't add up. And the second con that people usually bring up is that personal training is a huge time commitment. Not only do you have to find time to go to the gym, but you have to find time in someone else's schedule that's already busy working with tons of other clients to go meet with them as well. And in Dana White's case, he obviously has no issue paying for a trainer. And as he starts to get a little bit older, he's starting to put a little bit more of a priority on his health and fitness. So the time commitment isn't really that big of an issue either. But in the case of an average person, you're not just restricted to hiring an in-person personal trainer. Simply going online, finding a trainer that you like, paying a coach for a program and accountability will easily speed up your progress regardless of your goal. Truth be told, even though I'm a trainer, I should also have a coach. There are tons of trainers out there that don't program their own workouts. They hire another coach for all those other pros that we just mentioned. And it's those same reasons that every competitive bodybuilder also has a trainer, because they might be able to see some things that you can't. So when Dana White says that everyone should hire a trainer, I think this is more the context that you should take that as. Because obviously not everyone has thousands of dollars that they can spend every single month on a personal trainer. But can you spend $50 to $100 every couple of months on a program? Sure, that's a lot more reasonable. Trainers have lots of unique, diverse knowledge and specialties. There's always something that you can learn from them. And if you know what your goal is, you can easily find a trainer that can program your exercises to your wants and needs. But one thing that you have to remember is that hiring a coach or a personal trainer is only a piece to the puzzle. Because you gotta be willing to do the work for yourself, because no one is gonna lift the weights for you, do your cardio, or eat your meals for you. A lot of people forget that. They hire a trainer and then get frustrated because they're not seeing the results that they were looking for. But remember this, anyone can buy a car, but if you don't put gas in it, you don't change its oil, you don't take care of it, you don't maintain it, it's not gonna take you anywhere. AKA, you can hire a personal trainer all you want, but if you don't do the work yourself, you're not gonna get anywhere. I thought this was such an interesting comment that Dana White made because he obviously sees a lot of value in personal training and thinks that everyone should be involved in it as well, but I just wanted to add my 2 cents. And I know my take on physical therapy isn't going to be for everyone, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.